Students, how are you all? Welcome to Bhaskar tutorial. Hope you all are very fine. Today, I'm going to teach you computer science class 8 and the topic will be computer network. So let's start. You see networking. So as you have know what is networking. So it is the process of creating a network and it involves hardware, software, protocols, wire and wireless technology. And in this networking, it's a set of computer devices connected together for sharing resources and information. It means it means it is the interconnection of various devices to share their resources. Now here next you see I have given a very beautiful picture of telecommunication network so that you can understand very clearly how we get the internet connection. You see there's a satellite and this satellite disk, okay. So internet connection, satellite disk gets connection from the satellite and this gives to service provider and it gives to GPS provider, and this GPS provider or the we can call it a tower or network on sorry we can call it a tower, like there are various towers like BSL, Reliance, Zio and many more, and it gives to our mobile or a computer to which we can get connection. Next you see computer network. So what is computer network? A computer network is a collection of computer and other peripheral devices which are connected by communication link to share resources. So the basically computer network, what is the work? To share resources. The main work of computer network is to share resources and other variable information. And the example I gave you here, printer, wireless devices, etc. So you see the network, the computer network. It's a very beautiful picture of a computer network, and you will understand very clearly how we get a connection of a network. So you see how we get the internet connection with the help of this modem or wireless router or any switches, or this is wireless router is a wireless one, and the switch through which we can get modem connection to the switch, and the switch give connection to the our various clients, and this is a wire. It's not a wireless, okay, it's a wired technology. So there's a wireless and in a wired. So this is the computer network. Next, so why do we need a computer network? The most important question, why do we need a computer network? So before that I will just ask you one small thing. So what this, you see, what is workstation or a host? This is a small homework for you all. What is a workstation or host, or you can call it client also or nodes also? And the next question is, what is standalone computer? So these are the two questions I gave you, so you can comment and tell me. So what is the need of computer network? Let's see here some of the advantages of computer network or the needs of computer network. What do we need? So the advantages of computer network is resource sharing. With the help of computer network we can share our resources or valuable files, folder, whatever information or data with the help of printer or fax machine or modem or scanner and many more things. That is known as resource sharing. The second, file sharing and database access. What is file sharing and database access? It means a computer network allows sharing of file and access to remote database. Okay, a computer network allows sharing of file and access to remote database. And the third one is of communication. You see, the communication, as you all know very nicely, what is communication? Through uh, internet or computer network. So how can we do communication? There are various ways, various methods through which we can do communication: via email, via, you can say, instant messaging service, or VoIP, voice over internet protocol, and there are many more. That is called as of communication. Next, you see centralized software management. This is very easy definition: centralized software management. Since in our school, you see, just whenever we install a network at our school, whenever a network is installed in our school, can be loaded in one computer, that is file, sorry, that is called file server. And this aims, why do we save all the document or file or any resources in the server? It saves our time and energy, as we don't need to save in various clients. Okay, next you see flexible access. It is very easy to use, that even as primary level student can use computer network very easily without having any problem. And the next is storage capacity. As you all know, that in a computer network we can save our valuable resources and information and data in a very large amount of data we can share it. Next, you see, what is that? Last but not the least is security. What is meant by security? So some of the, these are the advantages. Okay, just keep in mind, needs of computer network means these are the advantages. So what is security? It means we can keep our data and resources in our system so that it cannot be deleted or misused by anyone. But for that we need to give a password. We need to give a password so that anyone cannot get the data. So any unauthorized person cannot use or cannot misuse our data. Next, you see, what are the disadvantages? I have told you some of the advantages. Now let's learn about the disadvantages. You see, the disadvantages of computer network. First is security concern. It means since all computers are linked to the entire network can be put at risk. Since all the computers are linked with each other, so there is a risk of what? There is a risk that someone or any unauthorized person can install any virus or malware application. So that is one of the disadvantages of computer network. They can misuse your system or file and folders resources. Next, simple issue can cause big problem. It means in a computer network, the
the entire network, okay, you see the entire network depends on the entire computer system depends on a network, and if any network is shut down, that can cause a great effect, because if a single computer is shut down, then the ability to work is shut down as well. So next, there's a cost of network. Since the cost of computer network is not so cheap, that is also one of the big disadvantages of the computer networking system. Next, virus and malware. You see, this virus and malware and the security concern is not a different things, so both are similar things. Next, we are going to learn about network architecture. So what is network architecture? You see, it is a design in which all computer in a computer network are organized. It basically means it is basically the physical and logical design which refer to the software hardware protocol and the media of transmission of data. Simply, when we refer to say that how computers are organized and how tasks are allocated among these computers, that means it is called network architecture. You see, it is also defined how computers should get connected to the maximum advantages. Now you see types of network architecture. So basically there are two types of network architecture. Let's see, peer-to-peer architecture, that is P2P also we can call it, and client server architecture. So let's go and define it. What is P2P architecture? So you see here P2P, that means in this P2P all the computers are connected with every computer. So next one, every computer uses the same resources and there is no any central computer which acts as a server. This is the definition of the P2P architecture. Next, you see client server architecture. So what is client server architecture? In this architecture there is a server and a client. That means there are both server and client, but in P2P there is no any server and no any client, so there is single computer working in a single device. But in client server all the computer system depends on a server, and next all the data and information is stored in server. It means whatever you install, whatever software you install or the data you save in, it goes, we have to save in the server, and we should not save in the client. By saving in server, we will, all the clients and the host will, the clients will get the data and the software whatever is installed. There are few advantages and disadvantages of the both the two architecture. Some, in very short, I will explain you what are the advantages of P2P network. So in P2P does not require a dedicated server, which means it is very less costly. I already told you there is no any server, so it is very cheap in rate. Next one is, if one in P2P, I am speaking about P2P architecture network system. So if any computer stops or shut downs or stop workings, the other computer will not be affected. That means other computer will continue to the work. But in client server it is not so. There is a client and a servers. So if a server in a client server architecture, if a server is shut down, then all the clients also will be shut down. Next, we will see the disadvantages of P2P. So there are some disadvantages as well as advantages. Now we will go to learn the disadvantages of the P2P architecture, and here security and data backup are to be done to each individual. So all the security and data must be for each individual, not to the server, since there is no any server. And also, as the number of computer increases on the P2P network, performance, security and access becomes a major headache. It means if there are more number of computer system, then there is lot of hectic schedule to run it. So that is the disadvantages. And let's see some of the advantages of the client server architecture. So in a client server architecture, there is no restricted to a small number of computer. The second advantages is server can be accessed anywhere and across multiple platform. So server can be accessed anywhere and across multiple platform. This is the advantages of the client server network. And the disadvantages of client server network is, since there is a server and client, if the server gets shut down or turned off, then the client also will be shut down automatically. That is one of the biggest disadvantages of the client server network. And also there is another disadvantages. The in client server we must hire a technical staff to be maintained and ensure network functioning efficiently. Since it is a very critical work in client server architecture, though for that we need to hire a technical staff who is very well known to this architecture. So thank you very much, students. I hope you all understood it very nicely. Thank you.